program is produced by Jennifer Mills, Miles Burnboss, and Lillian King. Special thanks to Vinnie Thomas and Monica Hickey. Peter Gwynn is the apple of our eye. Our visual host is Emma Choi. Technical direction is from Lorna White. Our CFO is Colin Miller. Our production manager is Robert Newhouse. Our senior producer is Ian Chillock. And the executive producer of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me is Mike Danforth. And I'm afraid to say this is a sad day for us at Wait, Wait, because we have to say goodbye to our beloved tour manager, Shayna Donald. Shayna came to us after working with people like the Eagles and the Rolling Stones. And just by her presence, we all got promoted from dorks all the way up to nerds. Her energy is magnetic. Her dedication to making everything better for everybody around her is endless, and we will miss her terribly. We just know that wherever she goes next, that place will not just be lucky, it will be much cooler. Now, panel, what will trees do next? Dean Farsal.
They can't have cracks, so they're gonna get into skincare so their barks look hot.
Annie Rowerdup.
The trees are going to apologize for exploding, especially in public. They will not do it next time.
And Peter Gross.
They're gonna break out singing. It's time to try to fight
Well, if any of that happens, then we'll ask you about it on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Thank you, Bill Curtis. Thanks also to Dean Farsad, Peter Gross. And thanks for a great gift from Annie Rowerdup. Thanks to our fabulous audience here at the Studebaker Theater in downtown Chicago. Thanks to all of you for listening wherever you might be. I'm Peter Sagal. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
This and beyond.
Support comes from UT Health Houston, home to maternal fetal specialist Dr. Jerry Refuerzo, who helps keep moms and babies healthy and safe through high-risk pregnancies and births. More at uth.edu/manyfaces.
These people will kill you. I've never experienced, I guess I would call it communism up close.
In Minneapolis, right-wing content creators agitate or tape to change the narrative after the murder of Alex Trebby by federal agents.
They take this video and they hold it up to the federal government and say, here you go, this is the proof that you were looking for.
On this week's On the Media from WNYC.
Saturday afternoon at 5 on News 88.7.
Your NPR station, News 88.7 KUHF Houston, a service of the University of Houston. Get local and breaking news anytime at HoustonPublicMedia.org. Listen to us on your favorite devices. Tell your smart speaker to play News 88.7.
I worked federal immigration agents launched big operations in North Carolina. This was back in November. One of the things that local reporters did, get a sense of what ICE and Border Patrol were doing, the scope of it, kinds of things they were up to. So they requested 911 calls.
Charlotte 911, do you need police paramedics? Hola, buenas tardes, Alright, calm down.
When the city released.
Alright, calm down.
Nightfalls is JoJo Tugler, 8 points, just under 6 rebounds a game, 1.5 blocks per game, 10th best in the Big 12, just under 2 steals per game, 8th best in the Big 12. He's the first player, or the only player in the Big 12 in the top 10 in both blocks per steal and steals, but coming off a performance against TCU, first time in his career where he did not have a point or a rebound, playing just 9 minutes before foul trouble. Didn't foul out, but just 9 minutes because of the foul trouble. Kelvin Sampson, the head coach of the Cougars, year 37 overall, 817 lifetime victories. He's in his 12th season in Houston, where he has 317 wins. So you get to the Cougars, use him.
Lauren says no, she wants the police to come. These people are intimidated. It's private property. And how is it okay to say they're exterminators when they're not? The picture that you get from these 911 calls, Ryan Orley and Julie McCoy collected from the Charlotte Observer.
Thank you so much.
Southside Weekly in Chicago. We requested some ourselves. The picture that you get in these calls of immigration officers is different from the videos we've all been seeing online and in the news. The videos capture individual incidents, right? Viral moments. They're often very violent.
Why?
These 911 have that sometimes. But they're also something else. Together. They're like a portrait of a country where ICE officers and Border Patrol agents are spreading everywhere. All dodge. This new presence that everybody's coming into. So many calls are being who are not targeted by ICE, just calling to say they're here, getting in the way of daily life.
Hello, this is 911, police firefighter. And what other any police stop? And it was the emergency department. What's going on out there?
Immigration enforcement. That's Fox's Madeline Rivera. Let's hope that's the bridge needed to fully open the government. House Speaker Mike Johnson urging GOP Republicans to get back to the table. Johnson saying, I'm going to encourage you. No, I'm going to beg you to get back on Sunday night. It's very frustrating. I have been very frustrated by all of this, but I've got to tip my hat to the president. He knows the art of the deal. And fingers crossed that vote happens this week. On Capitol Hill, President Trump says he is considering possible military strikes against Iran as U.S. forces are move into the region, taking their positions amid rising tensions over Tehran's nuclear program.
Stealth fighter jets departed from Puerto Rico. They've been sent over the Atlantic. Most of them are at bases in Europe, some of them following on to Jordan. And President Trump says he hopes he doesn't have to use them. At sea, there are now 8 guided missile destroyers in the waters of the Middle East. That's over 750 vertical launch tubes that can fire Tomahawk cruise missiles to hit targets deep in Iran, or SM-3 and SM-6 missile interceptors should Iran launch a salvo of short or medium-range ballistic missiles. There are also submarines lurking in the area. Their names and locations classified.
That's Fox's Lucas Tomlinson. KGRH News Time 11:03. North Carolina is bracing itself as a bomb cyclone of a snowstorm is expected to blanket the region with heavy snowfall and potential coastal flooding.
The dress rehearsal pushed back a few days because NASA engineers determined the cold weather and high wind. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it is notable. And it's been so cold that it just has stuck to everything immediately, including the sidewalk, all the way out through the streets. Now, the entire state of North Carolina under a winter storm warning. South Carolina, too. That doesn't happen very often. We got the heavy snow coming in first, but the Arctic air is locked and loaded. It's not even ice storm like what we just had last week. All snow.
That's Fox's Bob Van Dillon. And in other news, NASA's Artemis 2 moon launch is put on hold due to rare Arctic winter weather in Florida.
The dress rehearsal pushed back a few days because NASA engineers determined the cold weather and high winds make it unsafe. That means the official launch date may be pushed back as well. NASA says if all goes well, the earliest possible launch could take place February the 8th.
That's Fox's Gary Baumgarten. The 4-member crew remains in Houston under quarantine. Our next update at 11:30. Now the Car Pro Show with your host, Jerry Reynolds. I'm Erica Smith on Houston's news, weather, and traffic station, News Radio 740 KTRH.
Hey, it's Ramon at Republic Grand Ranch. Even the small lots are the size of 2 football fields. That's 87,000 square feet of Don't Touch My Fence Line freedom. January's manager special include 2 to 10 acre combo lots. Perfect for family, friends, or just stretching out. Great fronts, high elevation, no back neighbors, and the last chance to buy before this community sells out. Easy access off I-45 in Willis. Call 844-700-LINK or go to RepublicGrandRanch.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Everybody knows I love the classic family of dealerships. That includes Classic Buick GMC. Here's Frank Rios, the General Sales Manager.
We love our CarPro customers here at Classic Buick GMC of Katy. We have super deals going on this year as well, like a $453 lease on a 2026 Sierra, and we have dozens of units at wholesale prices in our pre-owned super center just for you. ClassicBuickGMCKaty.com, 281-579-4300.
Go see them. They're on the south side of Katy Freeway, Barker Cypress exit.
I coach my daughter's softball team for every day. Local weather is crucial for me. I don't watch much TV. I'm always driving. The radio is my news source. On air.
I love talk radio.
And on the iHeartRadio.
My husband, I love to talk.
On News Radio 740 KTRH. This is the CarPro Show, the home of straight talk and honest answers.
answers about everything automotive with Jerry Reynolds, the Car Pro, a former two-term chairman of the Ford National Dealer Council, a member of the Texas Radio Hall of Fame, and 6-time winner of the Texas Auto Writers Association Award for Best Radio Show in Texas. Jerry's partner is Todd Chambliss, great voiceover guy, and 6-time winner of the Darts Championship at the Golden Spur Bar and Grill. Here they are now on the Car Pro.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. This is the Car Pro Show, and we are coming to you on the last weekend of the month. And this is it. And I'm going to tell you, depending on where you are listening from, boy, it's been a bit of a rough month for the car dealers in America, and especially those in Texas. Been plagued with some really bad weather. It's not like January's aren't enough in the car business. This is the month that I was in the car business, I always dreaded. You know, because you come off your best month of the year, which is December, and then January rolls around, and there's just this letdown. And your people are tired from December. You're dealing with weather. Usually your inventory, the best inventory, has already been sold in December, so you're working out of an inventory that's not great. The used car market typically drops, makes it harder to do deals with people. That hasn't been the case this year. In fact, the incentives fall off. That hasn't been the case this year either. But my point is, Januaries are hard in the car business. You throw weather in there, it makes it doubly hard, and then you get down to here we are, the last end of the month. Now, the good news is, if you can't get into one of our dealers this weekend, the incentives do run through Monday night. So you still get that deal, but I'm going to tell you that the dealers are very eager. All they're thinking today is volume. They're not thinking about profit. They're not going to change what kind of month they're going to have finally at this point in the month. It's the last day. All they can do now is try to get some numbers out and sell some cars. So you have waited for that one moment, and you can do something this weekend. I would encourage you to go to carpro.com and start there. Talk to one of my contacts, and let's see what we can do for you. If you're thinking about something, let's talk about it. Let's figure it out together. And the way to do that is to call 800-926-7777, 800-926-7777. That's the Chase.com CarPro hotline. And I will, tell me what you're thinking about doing. I'll tell you if I think that's a good idea. If I've got a better idea, I'll throw that out there. You can decide. If I think it's a really bad idea, I'll tell you that too. I've told many people through the years that, you know, hey, you don't need a new car. You don't need to trade. You don't need to do anything. All you need to do is just keep driving what you're driving. And as much as it hurts, there are times when I'll tell you something you don't want to hear. And I apologize in advance for that, but I'm going to tell you the truth, whether you like it or not. 800-926-7777. Todd Chambliss is here.
Yes, sir. What a crazy week in North Texas. I know that we are all over the country, and there are other parts of the country that had it worse than we did with the weather and the snow and the ice and everything.
Yeah, you know, that ice thing.
It's in the multiple layers of ice that kept coming back, as we had layers of ice that, you know, kept building upon that. That was the rough part for where we were. In my home state of Louisiana, there are folks, as of yesterday, who still didn't have power nearly a week after.
Oh, I believe it.
It's crazy.